Hello. Hi, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Who is here? Please, guys, we are out here, and I just want you guys to invite everyone. Invite everyone to be here. So if you are in Russia, Moscow, this live video is very, very important for you. If you are in this city of Russia, Moscow, this live video is for you. Just call up with all your family members, because we're having our guest, Mr. Kenny, is here. So, buckle down your question, what you want to ask, and your contribution on how to move forward. Just keep your virus down, because okay, sir, can you please send us a request? Dap, I see you. Cashman, I see you. Good afternoon, sir. Please, Mr. Kenny, send me a request. Let's bring you live. Because we are out here. All the billionaire in the house. Big shout out to you, man. Big shout out. Miss Africa in Russia. God bless you guys for your wonderful program. Big man. Okay. This is, I don't think it's my guest. Let me find my guest by myself. Okay. Okay. Guys, stay tuned. The man is here. Oh, hold up. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Please, good evening, good afternoon, sir, wherever you're watching us from, and thank you for joining us. Hello, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Thank God that we can hear you. Please, sir, may we know your name, and can you kindly let our view to know who you are and what you represent, please?
My name's Kehinde Oluremi. I'm a Nigerian, and I have an NGO that's called Health Services for Nigerians in Russia.
Help services, okay.
For Nigerians in Russia.
For Nigeria in Russia, okay. Yes. God bless you, sir, Mr. Kenny, and we are very happy to see you. And so many people are also ready to hear from you because of the information we are going to hear from you about how we can get a document in Russia here. So, sir, how do we get to start about this document? How do we get to start it? Do we need do we need anything, or just your passport, or just let's throw some light? Let's know, because myself, I don't know.
Thank you very much. I just want to give a small brief of Russian law. Okay. By Russian law here, every foreigner in Russia must have a permanent or temporary residence in Russia, or a visa and registration. That's what the requirement of the law. But there are some issues with most of, especially Nigerians who have been here for one reason or the other, or for mistake, their visas expire in their hand. Okay. The period of coronavirus has brought its own plus and minus. So the plus of coronavirus is that President Putin, in trying to combat the effect of coronavirus transfer from other countries to Russia, he has put a lockdown in Russia. Okay. People cannot come to Russia and cannot leave Russia on the closed border.
Okay.
So for some time, they have been trying to open the border partially. And the last president order says that anybody who is in Russia whose document have expired for a long time, it doesn't matter, 20 years ago, 5 years, 10 years, 20, does not matter how many years, you can now go and regularize your stay in Russia. What does that mean? It means you cannot be deported and you can go and get registration and stay legally in Russia until the period of pandemic is over.
Okay.
Tentatively, the pandemic is suspected to end by September 30.
September
So
30.
all foreigners, September 30, all
Okay.
foreigners who are in this country cannot be deported until that time. They cannot be sent out of the country. So tentatively, countries have been opened gradually. Like some countries have been opened, like Cuba, Turkey, Egypt. Some countries have been opening gradually.
Okay.
But they open this country depending on how the country is fighting against coronavirus. Unfortunately, I'm not here to do politics. Nigeria government has not been doing anything much on fighting coronavirus. So we are likely to be among the last countries the Russian government will open border with, which means that when you open your border of a country, you have 90 days after the opening of the border to leave the country. So if they don't open their country now, because Nigeria has not been open, they don't open now till September, it means you have another 90 days. And my forecast is that they may not open Nigerian border till December, which means that the Nigerian living in this country actually can still stay in this country till March next year. That's if they
Okay.
open by December. It's 90 days after they open your border that you can stay in the country. So what the government is now saying that everybody that is in Russia now, you can go irrespective of whatever document you have. When it expires, you must have a passport, a reading passport. You must have an immigration card. If you don't have an immigration card, you can just approach any police station, immigration office, and apply for a duplicate of your immigration card. It's free of charge. Anybody can do that. When you get the immigration card and you get your visa, you get the immigration card. You now go with the immigration card with your passport to go to a place you can register yourself. If you are living in any part of Russia and you have somebody who has a house who can register you, you and that person go to the place. They are supposed to register you irrespective of whatever time your visa expired. If your visa expired 10 years ago, and today you have not registered for a long time, today you have somebody who wants to register you, just go
Okay.
there with your passport and your immigration card, and they are supposed to register you. Nobody can refuse you by the president order as available now. Further, the government, President Putin said that people can go and extend their visa. And this issue is giving a lot of problem to immigration officials because most of them do not understand what the president meant by going to extend your visa. Unfortunately, in Russia, visa is not general visa. We have working visa, we have student visa, we have tourist visa, we have different kinds of visas. And each organization that invites you are the one to extend your visa for you. So if Putin said everyone should go and extend your visa, and your company has bankrupt 10 years ago, there's no company today to apply for you to extend your visa. If you have been a student and you finished your school 5 years ago, you are no more in school, you have not paid school fees, no school will go and apply on your behalf because you have been expelled from the school. So the law that Putin made is quite difficult to actually implement. So the as of now, what they do is that they extend your registration for you, which makes you legal in Russia to that extension. So if you have other things that want to go to school, you can apply based on that decision. If you want to get married, you can get married without. You want to submit for your RBP, for your VID, any document you want to submit for, you can submit for it with the registration which you have at man because you are legal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Further, okay, go ahead. Further, there's another plan in future to actually amnesty all foreigners. For
Okay.
foreigners. That's the second stage that will come in. I'll talk about that later.
Amnesty. Okay. Okay, sir. Let me ask you this question. Someone asked, what about fan ID? Are they included in this document?
Yes. Any fine ID, Yes, any fine ID person, no matter whatever fine ID, like 2018 or present fine ID, doesn't matter. There was a fine ID 2017 also. It's called Cup of Confederation. Anybody that has fine ID, they are also included.
Okay.
What you have to do is to one, to make sure you go and reinstall your immigration card by applying to a police station near your immigration office for installation of immigration card. Then you find somebody who has a house, a Russian person or in Nigeria who has a house, to register you in his apartment. Finish. You are legal in that country. Doesn't matter. And with your fine ID, you can do the same thing as somebody who has visa, who came here with visa. The only problem which they are having now with fine ID, they can, just like anybody that who is a student who finished school 5 years ago cannot extend his visa, or somebody whose company has been closed, fine ID too cannot extend visa. But registration can be extended to anybody for now. But when it comes to the question of amnesty, then that's a different ball game. That one is coming on 24th of August 2021.
Okay. Okay, sir. And viewers, hope you guys are understanding and following up. Sir, I have this question for you, sir. Sir, please, what about someone that don't have a document for like 10 years now, or 12 years, or 5 years, or 7 years? Those people, do they also have the same opportunity to apply for the visa with their empty passport?
Yes, someone also wrote me that someone is writing on the line that I tried to do registration. They refused me because I don't have a visa just last week.
Okay.
Yes, the issue is that they have no right to refuse the visa if you have immigration card. Visa is not the criteria for registration. Criteria for registration is your immigration card. When you break your immigration card and you have somebody who can register in the place, they cannot refuse you. If they refuse you, you can I don't want to use this forum for advertisement. If you contact our NGO, we can find a way to inform them or print out the information for you, which you take to them to show them where Putin has said that they must register you. Putin order cannot be reversed. No person can actually deny what Putin has said.
Okay, sir.
So if you are 10 years ago,
do not have documents, even if the person does not have visa on his passport, he can also apply.
Of course, for registration does not mean visa. What actually is that there are some countries in this Russia that they don't even need visa to enter. They just come in at the point of entry, they stamp them, like Cuba. Cubans don't take visa to come to the country. At the point of entry, they stamp them inside. Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, they don't need visa. They stamp them in. So what the requirement for registration is not your visa, but your registration and your passport. Your passport must be valid, and your update your immigration card. Actually, you can even insist that immigration should put a stamp at the back of the immigration extended to 30th of September.
Okay. Hello. I have other question. Please, Mr. Folabi, good afternoon, sir, and welcome to the show. Please tell us your name and also what do you have to contribute about this, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Zubby. I think my name is Folabi, as you rightly mentioned. I think I like the initiative for us to educate our people, sensitize our people about their immigration status, which is actually why we are here and doing what we are doing for our people and for the community at large. I'm just going to say that we should try to drain on Mr. Kenny very well, because he's an expert in this field and he have access to some of these questions, some of this information that typical immigration officer will not open their mouth to discuss with you or to tell you the benefit of your immigration status as a foreigner. So I will say that let's make use of this opportunity, because we might not have the opportunity again to get it. Talking about the registration cost, the registration is free. It does not cost you anything. All what you just have to do is to go to the nearest immigration office around you and make an official request for your immigration card. it will be restored to you as your right. I think this week I was there with someone and it was restored at no cost at all. So there is no cost attached to it.
There is
To the
no
best of
any.
my
There
knowledge.
is no any amount. Okay, my sister. Good afternoon. Please,
Good evening.
please tell us your
Good
name and
afternoon.
what is your contribution, please.
Good afternoon. My name is Ivar, and I have a lot to speak about this extension of the document. When are you
Okay.
going to the immigration office? Not police station. You need to go to immigration office. It's called FEMES. When you are going there, you need to go there on the working day. First of all, if you have lost your immigration card, the first thing that you need to do, you need to apply for your immigration card. After you got your immigration card, you need to apply for the extension of the document. Yes, many people have been going to the immigration and our immigration been pushing them away. And according to what we know, it's a normal procedure of Russian Federation to push people out, not only foreigners, but even we Russians that is coming to the station or anywhere, they will tell us, bring this, bring that, not here. We don't understand. Everybody should know them rights. According to the law of Russian Federation, nobody should be avoided or cancelled by the immigration. You need to stand for your right. If somebody tell you in immigration they can't extend your document, request from them official letter with the stamp of immigration that they are refusing to give you your documents. Once you will speak such kind of thing to them, they will arrange themselves and provide to you what they need to provide. Mr. Kenny has already said you need to have a registration. Yes, to register yourself, and then you can go for the extension. Extension will be continuing till May. That's official information from inside the government. 90 days, they will extend your documents. They will put a stamp on your documents. On your immigration card, they will put a stamp of time staying, extending of the time staying for 90 days from the moment of applying. When the 90 days will expire, as long as the board with, I'll be talking about particular Nigerians because I've been practicing on it since. When the board will be open between Turkish, Dubai, and the rest of the place that taking Nigerians to Africa, they will be extending the documents till September. After September, they will still extend it. What about extension of getting your visa? According to the law, also the same thing. You can get your working visa, RVP, time permit, but also, I will say the same thing. You need to stand for your right because our immigration officers, they knows about the law, but they don't know how to work about it. They don't want to work about it. So you need to
Okay.
fight for your right.
Okay. Okay. We understand you, sir. Before we come back to you, Mr. Kenny, sir. For everything she said, are you confirming it to us? Because so many people are looking up to you, Mr.
Yes,
Kenny.
yes, she's very, very right to some extent.
Okay.
But what she's trying to explain to us is that the way immigration people push you out of the immigration office, she's also right. But the problem is that it is not the immigration that pushes you out. They are confused. I have been working with immigration for some time. They do not understand what the government wants to do. I'll give an example. The government said you must extend your student visa. And a student visa is always done by school, not by you. So you have to go to your school to apply to extend it. And your school have expelled you long time ago. So the school will tell, no, I don't know you. You have not paid school fees. So they will not be able, the immigration, you cannot apply because you are only based on the student. Or if you are working, having a working visa, and your company has bankrupt 5 years ago, and it's not existing. When they do a visa, they put a visa of Zubby. For example, if Zubby has a company,
Okay.
Zubby, and
I
Zubby company
have.
maybe he has closed down 5 years ago. How will Zubby now go on your behalf to apply for a visa for a company that's not existing? So what the immigration, that's why the immigration are confused themselves. So what they now suggest is that we can extend your registration for you. you cannot be deported. You can still stay. But for the visa to be extended, they have been refusing to do that because of the difficulty of the type of the system of Russian visas, the way it's been done. So if you really want to do anything with it, you can do your registration, get ready. If you are married, you can, if you want to get married, you can get married. You can go apply for RVP. You can apply for a working, you can apply another company to get a working document to work.
You can still get your medical insurance.
That company,
you can still get your medical
that company
insurance.
will now give you this thing. All the requirements for applying for all those things are still there. Medical insurance, other things, you still have to meet up the requirement and registration. But what I'm just trying to say, the problem is today, if for you to get your registration, the easiest way to registration is for you to get your to get your document, to get your registration first, and without visa, you cannot leave this country. If you leave, you cannot come back. So you have to be careful that just collecting immigration registration and leaving the country, you're only making it worse for yourself, because you need a visa to return back to Russia if you want to come back to Russia. So the visa is very, very important. And visa is what they are not giving the visa.
So sorry, we're going to cut it short because we want to try to get the accuracy in information we are dishing out to our people. If we understand it very well, sir, what you are trying to tell us is that this window of opportunity that is being given to our people till 30th of September, there is no much of importance attached to it that one can sweat over, that people should wait till 24th of August, probably, as rightly mentioned earlier, there's going to be an asylum, that people should not sweat so much energy or so much time on this present window of opportunity. Is that what you are telling our people, so that we can get the right message?
Not exactly. You can, if you can get your registration done now, you can apply for marriage and get married and submit for your RVP without going back to Nigeria.
Okay.
You can you can get your visa. You don't have to go to Nigeria to submit to do that one. Once you have your registration, is a visa is not a requirement for submission, but registration is a requirement.
Okay.
In the law, look at the list of requirements.
Not the visa.
Requirement,
yes,
it's not visa. It's
registration and immigration
registration.
card.
All right, sir.
Card. So,
all right, sir.
So you can do that one. And another thing, you cannot be deported. So if you want to apply for the
Mr. Kenny, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but about the deportation.
Can we allow Mr. Kenny to finish, please? Because he is my guest here, please. So go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
So,
for that.
I understand very well what she's trying to talk about deportation. It is true that but I want to understand you one thing, that Russian immigration, they manipulate things. Last week, 3 guests were being taken to in north of Russia, north of Russia, they were taken to the prison camp. And I asked question, why were they taken to prison camp? And they said there's what they call nijilatena. When they make a statement on you that you are not accepted, you are not, they don't. Not nijilatena means you are not. Can you use somebody in the English language? Nijilatena means they don't like to see you. Okay, if you fall under the category of nijilatenas, if you are committing a crime or something, you are threatening the security of the country, they can put you nijilatena. In that case, they have the right to deport you.
Okay. Okay, sir. Furthermore, to what my co-host asked you, there's somebody is asking a question here, and I think it's very important that we look into what the person is asking. He said, in a situation whereby someone already been deported, but still remain in the country, and by opportunity, he got married to someone, and the immigration are now refusing the person invitation, which he or she, I don't know, believe that it is own right to be given to as a family. In this case, with your experience and expertise, is there anything to be done, or is there anything that can be done to solve a situation, sir?
Yeah, thank you very much. A lot of people are confronted with that issue. I want to let you understand that a law has no reverse effect. Once, if today anybody that steal, they have to cut his head, and they pass a sentence on somebody today that they cut his head. If tomorrow they change that law, that the person that still will not be cut head, they will only cut his hand. The first person that they say they should cut his head, they will still cut his head. The law has no reverse effect. So if you have been deported for before, until another law, another court cancel that deportation ban for 5 years, you are still under ban. So what you need to do is, if you are married to a Russian, you go and apply, get a lawyer, apply into the court that you want them to reverse the decision because you are not married. And by the United Nations Convention, which Russia is a signatory to, you cannot separate family. So that's based on that, and based on that one, the court, the higher court now will now consider the issue and probably give you opportunity to remain with your wife. I've had cases of 4 cases which have been deported and which are today they have reversed back, and today they have the RVP of it. So you have to go to the court. When the court reverse it, then you cannot further proceed for a document. But if you have not been deported, I have a lady that came last she's in Nigeria now. She was deported in 2018. She refused to go home. Then she now went and get married and did visa and went to Nigeria. When she got to Nigeria, she wanted to apply for visa. The Russian embassy refused her visa because in the system, it's already written there that she has been banned for 5 years. So she must. Her husband must now go to court and try to convince the court to remove the ban.
Deportation. It's an easy process that goes between maybe maximum 10 working days. They will cancel your they will cancel the deportation and you will be available to apply for the document. The law concerns not only about those that came from Africa. If you still came from Belarus and you remain here in Russia from the moment of the quarantine or before the quarantine, you still have right to apply for your visa, for your extension of the document. And I want everybody to have their understanding, because some little problems that Nigerians having on the moment is they believe that they need to put visa inside the passport. No, it's not going to be a visa. They will put a stamp on your immigration card. Please, like, make sure that they will put stamp on your immigration card for time staying for us, like for the 90 days. No sticker visa inside the passport. No, they will put stamp inside your immigration card. And that's what is giving you right of staying here. If your school abandon you from applying for your documents, according to the law and my own practice that I has already passed, it does not mean that you need to apply in the school. If you came to Rudan and Rudan is avoiding, like, abandoning you from applying, no, you can go to any immigration office. You can go anywhere. The point why you need to go to your school is for the registration. But even if you don't have a place to register yourself, you can talk to your landlord.
Someone asked a question, after 90 days, what will happen?
After 90 days, if the board will still be closed, they will extend the document. If they will open the board, then they will give you another 90 days to leave.
Okay, now let me ask you this before I call on. Sorry, Zubby, please. Okay. Before we call on Uncle Kenny, let me ask you this. In your submission, you are in a way contradict what Mr. Kenny said. So in order not to confuse, in order not to confuse our listening audience, because we have the number, the figures growing, and it's a very important conversation that we have to get the information right for the people. You are saying, like, if I have a company and I'm on a business or a working visa, and my company has folded for the past 5 or 10 years, and Kenny rightly mentioned that it does not affect me registering or getting extended.
Even if you
Because,
come from
hold on,
Belarus, the same thing. They said the same thing here.
hold on, because you said that if you are a student and you are expelled from the school, or you are out of the school, that all you need is just registration to get your visa extended. So I want to try. I want to ask you: can you put a further clarification to that in just a minute? Is it possible?
To put what? 1 minute.
Clarification to your explanation.
Uh, their explanation is very simple. Inside on the law, which is I have been posting on my pages ever since, the law, the letter, and everything. I use my time and energy to translate it for everyone to understand it. Even if your company is canceled, the school is not working, the company is already being liquidated by the government of Russia Federation, you can still go any immigration and get your document extended. Just make sure you have a place to put your registration.
Okay. When you said extended, you see the word extended have different connotation. So
It's
that is
called
where I want to explain. Extended by extended. What do you mean by extended? Is it in just
extending your time
registration?
staying in Russia Federation. That's the way it perfectly called. Extending your time staying in Russia Federation.
Okay. So it doesn't mean that this.
Sir Kenny, please, I have 2 questions for you, sir. Please, Afolabi, please. Sir, number one, is there any amount of fee? Is there any amount of money someone can pay when you are going to make your registration in? And again, where is the office? Which office can someone go with his passport to go and submit to get all these necessary documents available?
Yes, thank you very much. Just I have explained to you before, the problem is that when President Putin made the law, yeah, probably he was not considering the difficulties in Russia way of doing things.
Okay.
Number one, when he said you should go back and extend your registration visa, they didn't tell you where to go. This Sakharova you go, if you're in Moscow, or you go to your local, you didn't say about it. But everybody runs to the local immigration state, the state. Local immigration cannot extend your visa, but they must extend your registration on your immigration cards. So anywhere you want to go, it's free of charge. I've been hearing that people are saying that they said go and pay money 8,000, 1,000, 2,000 in Russia, Moscow. It's fraud. It's fraud.
Please don't do that. Don't fraud anyone here, please. Sir, go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Sir.
Nobody is paying any money. It's free of charge.
Very free of charge.
Yes, I can show you. I just did one yesterday. I did 3.
Please, guys, it's free of charge. You not say someone say you should pay money and you go and pay money. Sir, can you go ahead?
No. Immigration card is free of charge. The only thing is that if you want to register with somebody who has a flat, that person can charge you money for using his flat.
Okay.
You can agree on that. It's an agreement between you and that person. But government is 0 capec, 0 ruble. You pay to the government. So that person charge you to pay extra money. That is agreement between you and that person. So, but anybody that says you are using to paying government for the education is fraud.
Anita, I will bring you back, please. So go ahead.
So what I'm trying to say is that nobody should pay money to anybody. That is for the temporary, the one that's happening now. But I would like to talk about the one that's coming further, about the amnesty program.
Okay.
If you allow me.
Go ahead.
On the 24th of March of May 2021, the President Putin signed into law that every foreigner living in Russia should be granted amnesty, irrespective of whatever visa you have, irrespective of when you come to Russia, irrespective of whatever you have, amnesty. That one cancel the old information we should have, cancel the old problem which you have, even you have been deported before, that will cancel everything. But that will take effect from 24th of August. Because when government, when Putin sign a law, it takes 90 days for the Shinovniki to work on the document to make sure that to come with the details of how it's going to be done. So by August 24, they will start a program of amnesty. That one is what Nigerians should wait to get. Amnesty. That one, you have to go to court, surrender yourself to the police, pay a fine. The fine has not been determined, but people are saying it's going to be between 5,000 to 7,000 rubles. That's what they're speculating. You pay the money to the government, and that way they will template you, and they will give you an ID card.
An ID card?
Like an ID card okay. With your must have a passport, which you must attach with your passport. After collecting this ID card, you go to your tax office where you go and register, and go to tax office to get the tax document, which allows you to pay tax, and they will give you a time frame of 3 months to look for a job. That document allows you to look for a job. They don't care what kind of job you do, either taxi, either you work in a cleaner, it does not matter. You look for a job, and if you work considered for 3 months, you come back to them, show them what you have paid for tax. You now have a 10 years visa on your passport.
10 years.
Which allows you 10 years. 10 years they will give you. That one allows you to stay in Russia and live. I'm going for 10 years. It's like VID, but it's temporary. VID doesn't have extension, doesn't have a granulation. But this one has a time limit, 10 years. And according to that law, if you work for 3 years constantly, no criminal records, and you are paying your tax regularly, you can apply for Russian passport.
Okay.
That is what Nigeria is waiting for. It's coming up very soon. To give opportunity for everybody. It has always been my dream. Why I've been doing what I'm doing is I want as many Nigerians to get documents in this country so that we can show them that Nigerians are great people and we have talent. We have the way of making things work better for them. Today, we can see from the few Nigerians that are able to get married, get documents, they have been doing so wonderfully well. That today, I believe that when many of us get documents, many Nigerians, we can be able to stand very well and compete and show ourselves that yes, we are very strong. So I want all Nigerians to hold on to that. I want that information is out. I will personally be helping a lot of people without any charge to get them to make sure that they get this document right. Okay. And nobody is going to do them.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Uncle. Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, my new caller, you have 3 minutes. What is your question so that we can go on and bring another person? You have 3 minutes.
Good morning, everybody. Please, sir. Based on what you just said now, you said it's coming up soon, right?
Yes,
August 24.
You go ahead.
August 24.
Okay. So one more thing, like me now, I came with tourist visa, but my immigration card, I lost it. Is there anything that can be done for my own matter?
I have said it before that if you use your immigration card, you go to a police station and put an application that I lost my application card. It's free of charge. They'll give you a paper, a talon. You take the talon to the immigration office where that position is available. They are supposed to template you and give you a new immigration card free of charge.
And that one will be leading.
As in that one they send you to, that one allowed to stay here the 30th of September to today. Okay. But just as you have said earlier, if Nigerian government did not do anything to solve the issue of coronavirus in Nigeria, Nigerian border would not be open in Russia, which means gives us an advantage that if they don't open our border, then we are here, we are stuck up here in Russia. So the day they open our border, they give us 90 days to leave. So if they don't open our border in September, they will still extend us to December. If they don't open December, they extend to March. They don't open March continuously until when they are tired. And the day they open our border, you have 90 days to leave the country. But for that time, this amnesty will have taken place. If you click into it, you don't have to bother yourself about all those issues later.
Okay. So this one that you just said now, I can do that for Monday or anytime. Of
course, you can do that. They work. You can go today. Today is Saturday. All police station work today. Just go to any police station near you. Write an application. They have a form there. I lost my immigration card just yesterday. I need a copy. They will give you a talon that yes, you have applied for it. You not take it on Monday to the immigration office where you stay, and tell them that I want to apply for a new immigration card. I don't know if a lady is on this forum, which I was in St. Petersburg doing the football, and I met with a man and a Nigerian a lady and a Russian man, whose lady lost immigration card. Yesterday they called me that they have gotten their immigration card without paying money. Someone else had come and pay $1,000 to do it. I told no, it's free of charge. I took the man to the place, the Russian man and the lady, and they did it for them. Today they have it. They called me yesterday, they got it. Free of charge.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
Afolabi, you can go ahead now.
Thank you very much. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, brother, for your question. You can take you can leave the stall. All right, sir. Furthermore, some people are asking questions, and a lot of questions to be asked. I don't know if you have the time to ask those questions. In a case whereby somebody is asking, in a case whereby they have children born here in Russia with children with birth certificate or with Russian birth certificate, is there any advantage attached to that to apply for RVP for the parents? Is there any advantage to that, sir?
Yes, I would like to address that. The law says that a child born in Russia has the same document as the parent. So if you have RVP, your child can get RVP. If you have VID, your child can get VID. But you must be able to register your child also in an apartment. For the child. There's a problem that people don't like to register children because it's quite difficult to write out children from the house. If you give a child a house, if you're an adult, I can sign you out of the house without you. But you cannot do that for a child. You have to go through the juvenile court to do that. So people are always afraid of that. But a child can always get the document that the father has. So that's why I advise the people that they must get document for themselves so that their child can benefit from it. Number two, many of Nigerians, especially our people who used to born child with different passports, it is very, very risky. Don't go to road room to give birth that I can use any document to born. No, it is wrong. You must use your document because that child, according to Russia, is not your own. If you're not born with the passport.
Okay.
So you must born a child with your own passport, and when you get the document, your child will get that same document.
Okay, so in a situation whereby I have a child or children,
you have 3 minutes to come on live and ask your question.
And I want to apply for and my child have a Russian birth certificate. Can it be used to apply for RVP by the parent? The parent is undocumented. Don't forget, it's undocumented. No. Can it be used? Is there a rule for that?
Birth certificate is just to identify you that you are born. It does not give any right.
Okay.
No, cannot be used. The parent must have a document first, and the child will have that same document.
All right, thank you, sir. Please, you can ask your question now.
Hello, my new caller, please tell us your name and where you call us from, please. Hello. Hello. Because it's like he cannot hear us. Let me remove that. So please, we would like you to throw more light on people that do not have anything, like someone that does not even know his passport name, his passport details, and all those things. How can he? Yes,
it's another problem, but it can be solved. A lot of people, especially our girls, I'm sorry to say, use the word girls, they don't know details on their passport, because when they came to this country, one way or the other, they did not use the real information on their birth to come to this country. So what can be done? Number one, person must try to remember the name on the passport as they came here and date of birth. If you're able to know that one, you can approach anybody that has access to immigration base to type your name and your date of birth, and the year you come to Russia, they will get your picture. They will get all the people outside that has that name, that year of birth, and that they came to Russia in that year. They are not always, our names are not like Russian names. They are not, they don't duplicate much. Like if your name is Beatrice, maybe they have, say, 5 Beatrice that come out. You look at the pictures of all those 5 Beatrice, to look which one is your own. And they will help you to get your passport number. But that passport number is what is needed for Nigerian embassy to be able to give you a new passport.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
My new caller, good morning, good afternoon, please. Your name and where the callers from, please. And
Good morning to everyone. Good morning to those viewing. Good morning to those on. Mr. Kenny, thank you very much. I just needed some questions to ask and clarification. I might have joined late, so sorry if I may take you back. Concerning the registration, can someone ask the landlord or the landlady that you rented apartment with to accompany him or her or help him to do the registration? If yes, what if the person later leaves the apartment? What will happen?
Yes.
That is number one.
Thank you. Let me quickly answer that one. By Russian law, your landlord is supposed to register you where you are living. Is supposed to register you. But they don't do that because they have to pay tax. They have to show money that they are taking money from you and they have to pay tax, which they don't want to do. So they normally refuse to do it for you. So what they say is they refuse to do it for you. But you can appeal to them that I will pay the tax for you. Let me be the one to pay your tax you are paying. Register me. I'll pay your house rent and I'll pay the tax to pay the government from my pocket. Then the landlord may agree to go with you to do it. Then most registrations are done with dates till so time. And the landlord has the right at any time without you to write out of the house. Just write out to make sure that this person is no more living here. You're out of the place.
So won't that warrant the person to start going about looking for who will also help him or her to re-register?
You have a good rapport with your landlord. Unfortunately, Russian landlord, they need money. So most of them, you have to solve the issue with them. I cannot give a guarantee to you that the landlord will behave according, will follow the agreement. Some of them are drunkards, some of them they need money. So nobody can give you guarantee. Even if you go to court to take the landlord to court, he will deny you.
So in that aspect, what will you advise us to do? Assuming I talk to my landlord to accompany me or to help me to do registration, I will pay the tax, and he or she agrees. And probably I live in the house during the period of a month to 6 months approximately, and probably decided or something happened to leave the house, and my registration has not been expired. If I'm leaving the house, does that warrant me to re-register to the new house I'm passing into, or wait until the 1-year duration expires?
Now, I want to explain to you what's registration. Registration means that you are registered and living in that place. And for the at the period of time. If you are not living there, you are not supposed to be registered there. You have to register where you are living.
He mean after maybe he did not stay there up to that 6 months. What if he go to another new house? Is he going to still use
go and agree with the new person? Go and agree with the person. I have a case where somebody, even if you are registered in your house today, and you decide tomorrow to go and stay in an hotel for 3 days, maybe with your girlfriend, you'll be surprised that they will register in the hotel and they send you out from where you are living before. Because that period of time you are living in the hotel.
Wow.
You have to go back to the hotel to the house to register.
Okay, Mr. Kenny, sorry. You are now saying, assuming I negotiate with any of the Nigerians that are having apartments here or have their own house here to help me register in their house. And actually, I'm not living there in reality. What is the implication then?
There's no implication. When they come, there's no implication. He's a Nigerian. Nigeria can understand you very well. When the she's come and say, where is John? We say, John has gone to market. Finish. That's the end of it.
Okay, so
they cannot.
So it is more, we have more advantage registering with someone who could defend us in our absence. Is that what
Yes.
Okay. Second question. You said something concerning amnesty that is coming up on August, and registration is ongoing. If someone did not do registration and wait for amnesty to do 2 of them at the same time, is there any implication? or
No
one should do
implication.
one.
No implication. I advise people to wait. I'm advising people to wait till that time.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
You
your
advise
advice
people
is
to
for
wait.
us to wait
You
by
advise them to wait.
August.
To wait till
I think,
August. Yes, so
I
as not to
think
complete the whole
if
issue.
okay, if this amnesty is granted, we can now follow due process, the registration and the amnesty.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yes, to be legal
for
in Russia.
now,
Because
we
they become
should
illegal.
stop,
Yeah.
okay, for
Yes.
now, we should stop anything about registration.
Suspend. But if you want to get married, you want to get something urgently, go ahead and do what you want to do now. But if something is pushing you, you don't want to go to Nigeria, you don't want to get married, you can wait. August is very close, 2 weeks time. 3 weeks
Okay.
time. So why not wait? You have been waiting for how many years? You can wait for 3 weeks.
Okay, Mr. Kenny, the third question. If someone is being granted amnesty and the person later decides to probably hook up with any Russian woman, get married or do any wedding or some other thing while the person's registration is ongoing, is there any implication?
No implication. If you get married, you see, when you are legal in Russia, you can do anything. You can get married, you can go to school, you can do business, can live anywhere you want. You are free.
Okay. Mr. Kenny, when someone now registered in Russian Federation and Russia will know about their tax payment method and probably there are a lot of funds coming into the person's account. So do you think that there is a way the Russian may question the person to start paying tax, or
It is
what
it is
are
it is it is a crime in Russia to hide your income. So you'll be facing the part of law that says you must do declaration of your income. All income must be declared in Russia by Russian law. So you have to follow the law.
Okay, sorry, Mr. Kenny, are
All
you
right, Charles, please hold on, please. For the sake of other questions on the comments section, we need to try to do justice to it. We know you have a lot of questions to ask, Mr. Kenny, and trust me, we will make a number available after this question.
Let everybody write the question to Zubby. I will reply them through Zubby on WhatsApp.
All right, so please.
Zubby, is it okay with you?
No, sir.
Can they write to you, Zubby? Can they write to you? And you ask the questions, I will reply them.
You can write more your questions, okay? Send it
You,
to my DM.
You write me. I will reply you. People send to me. Who send to me, I will send to you.
All right, sir, because there are a lot of questions pumping up that people want to give concern to, so we might not be able to give people 10 minutes straight. So, all right, someone is asking a question that I think you should address yourself. That the person is saying that in respect to the amnesty program you made a reference to that's coming up in August, that people don't have to wait till August, that even though you are illegal in the country, illegal in the sense that you don't have a document, and you by promise of luck or opportunity you got a job, is it possible that the company you are working with apply or process your document and you became legal in the country without any implication?
Number one, you have to do registration. Once you do your registration now, you are legal. So the company now can use that registration to get you a job, contract, and apply for you if they can. If the company has quota for foreigners.
Okay, only if the company has the quota for foreigners. That's only when such is applicable. Can you hear me, sir?
I think Mr. Kenny is having a network problem. And also, guys, after this live video, I'm going to post this video on my YouTube channel. Okay, anyone, I see some comments asking about Find ID. Mr. Kenny has spoken a lot about Find ID. If you are just joining us, also don't forget, after the live video, I will post it on my YouTube channel, Don Zubby channel. Go there and watch and pick up all your points. So, we are saying something before.
Yeah, I just trying to make justice to people that are asking questions on the comment section, and I think some of the viewers also want a chance to finish the question he was asking.
Mr. Charles is done. I think I will bring another person.
I am not. I'm not. I have some questions.
No, Mr. Charles, please. Mr. Charles, for the sake of this,
2 minutes, please. More 2 minutes.
For the sake of this section, Please try to make your question. I know you have many questions to ask. Please just try to make it as simple and straightforward. To have
Please,
other
in that 2
viewers,
minutes, I want to bring another person. Mr. Kenny, do
there are a
not
lot of
answer, please.
issues people want answers to. Mr. Kenny,
Okay,
this is a time to
it's all
deal
right. It's
with
all right.
it.
Mr. Kenny, there is a clarification I need to get from you concerning the registration, the amnesty, and consigning tax, because most of us or some other persons commonly uses CBR Bank. And by implication, if we register, it means that probably our funds may be monitored based on how money enters and how money goes out. I'm asking, if we now register, does it automatically mean that we will be paying tax?
You see, in Russia, I cannot tell him to break Russian law. Everybody that make money in Russia must pay 13% tax. So you must pay tax if you work in Russia and make money in Russia. You must do declaration and pay tax. It's a criminal offense in Russia, which is up to 7 years imprisonment for avoiding to pay tax in Russia.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I cannot influence that. That is the law.
It's all right. Thank you very much. I am done.
Okay,
Okay.
I
I'm
thank you
done.
very
Okay,
much, Mr.
let
Charles.
me
I think
use the
if
opportunity to say a big shout out to Skiponogo. Today is Skiponogo birthday party. You all are invited at Enjoyment Knox, okay? Skipo at 40. We celebrate you tonight, okay? So, Mr. Falabi, go ahead.
all right, I think I saw Mr. Shike, the NCR, he wrote on the group page. I think maybe you want to ask Mr. Kenny some questions on
So
behalf
you
of the
can take me
community.
out. Take me out.
Okay. Let me bring him. I think this our brother. You have so many questions, and Mr. Kenny, sir, we appreciate you for coming on this live. So many people want to ask you a question. We really appreciate you. Please, if you are coming here, just arrange your question. You have 3 minutes. Then another person, before Kenny will be asked. Let's get some more important things. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, sir. Please tell us your name and where you call us from, sir. Hello, sir.
Hello,
Mr.
sir.
Tony, we are hearing you.
Can you hear us, sir?
Hello. Okay, maybe I will bring him back again. I don't know. Hello.
Hello, sir. Can you hear us? You are live now, sir.
I think I will bring your car back.
Yes, let me quickly answer that. Mr. Kenny has said it from the beginning. Maybe you were late. The amnesty opportunity that he referenced is for everybody. Whether you've been here for the last donkey years or 20 years, or you came via fan ID, it does not matter. So far you are here with that document, you have the opportunity to apply for the amnesty when the window of opportunity is open in August 24, as said by Mr. Kenny. So you are not limited. So far you are not documented, you have the opportunity to apply for the amnesty comes next month. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Can you, so many people are saying about. Can you throw more light about our decision here? Hello. Good afternoon, sir. Please tell us your name and where the call us from, please.
Yeah. Good morning, fellow Nigerians. My name is Honorable Bethel Shimobi. I represent the Nigerian community as a welfare officer.
Okay.
Please, I have one question to bring to the platform so that directly to Mr. Kenny to address or to advise us what to do about it, please. Thank you. Mr. Kenny, please, we have some arguments, some places about the new fan ID. What is the solution of a new fan ID who choose or who did not travel after the time limit, please? Thank you, sir.
Yes, the Russian government allowed all fan ID to come to this country for this European this Euro 2020 fan ID.
Amen.
And said on 13.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
And so to stay in this country till on the 13th of July, which people refuse to go. So I know people that they left yesterday and they were allowed to go. They will give them another one week grace to leave this country. I was made to understand that today is the last day they can leave Russia without having problem. But the law that bind all the other people still bind them. For them to leave after that day, they can go to court, get a court order, and pay fine of 5,000 without deportation, get a transit visa and leave after today. Or they wait for the normal amnesty and get registration and follow the procedure and remain in Russia.
Okay. And secondly, again, based on what you explain about this new FAN ID people, if assuming a new FAN ID holder, choose to wait till August, as you said, based on this amnesty, are they going to still have the impact of the benefit of the amnesty?
The law says anybody that is in this country on the 24th of August and his document has expired, is illegal, can benefit from it. Anybody. It didn't say when you come. You could have come on the 23rd. And because your document expired, when you're in this country 24, you can benefit.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Sir, please, before I forget, someone asked a question. He said, what about the people that have original passport, but their visa is fake, and they use it to take apartments and register from the apartment, and the landlord has... Come again. Okay, sir. Someone asked a question that, what about people that have the original passport, but they have fake visa inside their passport, and their landlord have their copy? So they're asking, what are their fates like? Are they going to use the fake visa?
It's unfortunate that people put fake visa on their passport. That visa cannot be presented. I will advise them to try to return the passport to the embassy and not use a fake visa to show immigration. They could face a criminal offense. It's a criminal offense in Russia to have a fake document on your passport. You are responsible for whatever things you have on your passport. So I will advise them to find a way to get rid of those visa before applying for the new amnesty. Even if your landlord has the copy, it does not matter. You are not going to apply with your landlord copy. You are going to apply with your original passport. But get rid of it. Don't go to immigration with fake visa on your passport. It is dangerous.
Okay.
I think let me quickly answer the question.
Any other question before?
No, I'm through.
Okay. God bless you for joining us. Okay.
God bless you. Thank you very much, Mr. K.
All right. For the person that is asking about, he got married to a Russian and maybe have to go to Nigeria as a FAN ID holder for his eye repair and stuff. It shows you joined us late. Uncle Kenny has addressed this issue. That looking at the present pandemic situation, you have a window of opportunities not to go to Nigeria. You can apply, and I repeat, you can apply for your eye repair without going to Nigeria. And if you are looking for the tech, if you are trying to get a unravel the technically around it, you can send a message to via the, can send a DM via Instagram for how to go around it for information or further inquiry. With any assistance that we can render, and me and company can render, will be made known to you immediately. Thank you.
Okay, my new caller, please tell us your name and where the callers from, please, and your question.
Good afternoon. My name is Luke. I'm calling from Krasnodar, precisely.
Your name
Mr. Tony.
Your name is
yeah,
Luke.
Luke.
You're calling from Krasnodar. Okay, God bless you.
Yeah, Mr. Kenny, I wanted to ask. I'm married to a Russian woman, and I came here precisely 2018 with FAN ID. I'm married to a Russian woman, and I have done registration. I have gone to court. I have paid staff from to remove deportation from my name and stuff like that. But I heard somebody saying that I can get RVP, I can apply for RVP in Russia without going back to Nigeria, because that was my initial plan, to go back to Nigeria, get an invitation, and come back again to Russia. So I wanted to ask, what are the processes and how can I get to do it? Because I know for sure there is some friends of mine that got married, went back to Nigeria, and were banded for like 5 years. They can't come back. So I want to ask precisely in order not to make such mistakes. How can I? Is it possible I can apply for RVP in Russia without going back home, or do I necessarily have to go back to Nigeria and get an invitation to come back?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Now, unfortunately, it's very unfortunate for your friends that went to Nigeria, they could not come back. Probably they had a ban on their passport before going to Nigeria. If you want to go to Nigeria, you must have a transit visa to go to Nigeria so you can come back with it. If you have fine ID, you got married, and your wife can register you in her apartment.
Yeah, I've done that already.
Yes, and you have your immigration card, and you have your medical certificate, and your Russian language certificate, and your passport translated. Nobody can stop you from submitting for RVP. It's your right. You have met the requirement.
So yeah, okay. I have all those documents you just mentioned. I've had my Russian language certificate. I have just got my registration. I have gone to court and paid for fine. I got my marriage certificate. I have all those documents you just mentioned.
Medical.
Yeah, I have medical certificate too. I got that too in Krasnodar. So what I just want to know is how can I apply? How can I go about it?
You go to the Krasnodar Immigration Center where they apply for RVP, fill the form, submit all the documents which you have to them. They will accept it from you and you get your RVP.
Sorry, sir. I have gone there and they refused. They said I don't have visa on my passport.
You don't need visa, you need registration. At the time you went there, did you have your registration in that time?
Yes, I have. I showed them all my documents you just mentioned.
You see, just like the lady said earlier, they push you around. It is your right to collect. Tell them to give you requirements. The requirement for visa. There's no visa there. The requirement for submission. Let them list it for you. If you finish, you can write to Zubby. I will send through Zubby to you the requirement on what is required to submit. There is no visa there. There's registration and immigration card. There's no visa there.
Sorry, sir. In Krasnodar, it's a bit crazy in Krasnodar.
It's a law. If you law all over Russia, it's the same. Either in Krasnodar, in Moscow,
they don't just accept.
No, they are pushing you and say, get a lawyer to go there with you.
Yeah, I have paid. I have paid the lawyer. I paid the Russian lawyer. We went there together. They still refused.
Then let me give you a letter for visa. On reason why they refuse.
Okay, all right.
If they don't do that, you know, you can do that. You can come to Moscow. In Moscow, they have their central immigration office. Go and write a protest against it.
Please, I want to address one thing. Isaac Bank, Mr. Kenny have said several times here. It's not a must that you need a visa to apply for a registration, right?
All right.
So
another thing I want to ask, please, sincerely, can those people that has been banned, like my friends in Nigeria that has been banned already, they still have wives in Russia, yeah, and they have all those documents you just mentioned. They have all. How can they appeal or appeal?
I have addressed this issue today. I said they should get a lawyer to go to court and present their marriage certificate and document that they're married, and the court will reverse it.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for the
Mr. Kenny, people are saying that someone needs a visa. I don't know. I've been trying. They're saying that you is a must that you need a visa. Isaac Banks,
yes, because
can I say this?
So many times, different immigration office in Krasnodar, all of them are saying you need a visa.
The problem is that Russian immigration are pushing back. If you demand for a paper, Zubby, I'll post the requirement on this forum today on what requirement to submit. There is no visa there.
Okay.
Sir.
It's not like they have to go and bring your mother's birth certificate. It's not a requirement, but they can ask for it.
Okay.
So I think we just need to try to find a way to unravel this. For the comment section, I think people are commenting based on individual experiences. They both encountered at the immigration office. And looking at your own area of strength and your expertise, is there a way?
The thing is standing back. Your voice is standing back.
Really? Is it better now?
It's okay now. We can it's okay.
Okay. So is there a way that you can help us? I mean, help the community, those who are in this kind of situation, to solve this kind of
let me
problem.
just pass one comment. You see, before the last President Ukas, people that went to submit were rejected because the law does not say everybody is automatically registered in the country and they should go and extend their documents. After the last President Ukas, they start to accept back. So if the person has gone to immigration before the President Ukas, they could have rejected. But let him go now. Print out the government President Ukas and show them they must accept the paper from him. Number two, for the people that are in Nigeria who have been banned, please let them get a lawyer and apply for appeal. They will be granted appeal. They will remove the ban.
Okay. Sorry, I want to ask one last question, sir. Like people who got married, like Pan-ID people who got married in Russia to Russian citizens, and is it possible? Is it possible? Because actually,
no, it's not for me. I'm not using this thing.
It's not from me too.
Okay, maybe Afolabi, I will bring you back in. Send me the first back. My brother, go ahead.
Yeah, like people who got married in Russia, I want to ask, is it a must? Is it possible that I can get an invitation without leaving Russia?
Invitation?
Yes, from my wife, from my spouse.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, and I want to ask, those my friends that got banned, right? They're in Nigeria right now. What are the processes they have to follow? Like, do they have to get a lawyer?
They have to get a lawyer. We cannot finish it here on this program. Please, they need to get a lawyer and get consultation from a lawyer. It's a long process. We need. I will expect you 30 minutes.
Can you be of support to these people? That's the main question.
Contact Zubby.
Okay,
brother, send me a DM. God bless you. Okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh. So many questions.
What question? Just let us address them issue.
Afolabi, I don't know if your network is okay.
You can see that I think everybody should log out and then we'll come back again.
Good
it's
morning.
not from my side.
Who is Mr. Tony? Okay, please, I will do tell us your name and call us.
Good morning. Don't flow. Sir, please, I want to ask for people with V, how long will it take for them to get passports?
The Russian law says if you have VID and your VID is 5 years, you can apply on general basis for passport. But if you are married and you are still in marriage, after 3 years, you can apply for after 3 years of marriage and you have a VID, you can apply for Russia. So the law is just making it easy for those who are married to have 2 years discount. But if you are not married, maybe you have divorced your wife, you are alone, so that 5 years after your RVP, you get your passport.
Okay, so under the last question, I want to know, is there any scholarship program for people, for foreigners here, for example, for people who have documents, who have visa already, is there any scholarship program for them in this federation?
It is not within my competence to discuss about it. I don't know about that. I have no idea. Maybe Zubby will have to raise up another meeting. I don't know, it's not within my competence. Maybe Zubby can help you to find somebody next time come and talk on scholarship.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Okay, God bless you. I think we have said so much about this. I don't know what is really going on. I don't know whether if you have more time, like 30 minutes or 15 minutes.
I still have 15 minutes.
How many minutes?
I have 15 minutes. 15.
15.
Yes.
Okay. Let's use the 15 minutes. Let me go offline and come back, please, so that we can get the
Okay.
Please, guys, stay tuned, okay? I'm coming back now, okay? Zubby love you, man. You love you, you must stay Russia. Stay tuned.